Alright, hello, this is Buck Schulte. Today is May 2nd, it's Thursday. This is the fourth vlog I'll be doing. It's been a while since I've done my last one. I think my last one was around the beginning of March, so it's been about 2 months we've been here on the island. Just kind of hanging out, enjoying classes. A few things. For the last video blog, I figured I'd show you a little bit of UFSC. This is the campus where we're at. Right here, where I'm starting off, this is the pool building. This is also where we have Portuguese class and one other class. Basketball courts here, and I'll walk around so you guys can see the rest of it. But classes started right around the beginning of March, from when I last left you. I like the classes here. I'm taking international management, environmental economic policy, and sustainable economic development, and then of course Portuguese. I like what we're learning a lot as far as the sustainable economics go. It's something that I'm pretty interested in, and I'm glad to be studying down here, although it's kind of tough to study when you live here. But the way that they're scheduled is a little weird. I have class all day on Tuesday, and the rest of my days I only pretty much have one. I have about 8 hours of class on Tuesday. But it's not so bad because it leaves the rest of my day. The rest of my days, like I said, I only have one class, so it kind of frees them up to go and enjoy the island and do what I'm really here to do. Also, a little thing that's different about the classes are the midterms, and then like the tests and exams and stuff. We don't really have exams. Like we had what would be, I guess, our midterm about 3 weeks ago, 2-3 weeks ago, and instead of having like a written multiple choice exam, we'll just have essays. Like I had a 6 to 8 page paper for one class, and I also had a presentation to do for my other two classes. We did have a midterm in Portuguese, but for the other three that I'm taking, it's kind of weird not really having it midterms, but it's kind of nice because, you know, instead of studying for like a multiple choice, it's kind of more open-ended. It's a different way of learning. It's a little weird. I kind of like it better actually, because it's just more open-ended and you can kind of do with it what you will. So that's a big difference. Other than classes, here at UFSC they have, here's some tennis courts. So other than classes, UFSC has like school-sponsored parties that they'll throw, which is weird. Universities back home would never ever throw a party. We got caught partying on campus. It's, you know, it's a lot different. But they'll have, like, you know, full flat out. They'll have live bands, live music, beer, lots of beer. It's pretty cheap too. I went to one of them, and it was pretty awesome. They're just partying in the middle of the middle of school, and just enjoying the music. It's all in Portuguese, obviously, but it was still a blast. I went there with a few people from my program, so that was pretty cool. Some people in my program mentioned that I should cover some food that's different here, and I thought it'd be a good idea, so I'll touch on that real quick. They have these things called salgados here, which are kind of like hot pockets in the States, but not really. It's kind of the closest thing to a hot pocket, but it's basically just like dough or some type of bready material wrapped around like some type of meat or cheese. It's pretty good. They have them at the bus terminals. They have them at the shops here everywhere. They'll have churrascos. I don't know if I touched on this, but churrasco is basically like a big cookout, except Brazilian style. It's they'll take a big chunk of meat and just roast it over an open fire, which is obviously the best way to cook meat ever. So that's really awesome. They'll have like restaurants like churrascarias where they'll come around. You'll be sitting down at a table. They'll come around with like different spews full of meat, and they'll like ask you if you want some. And it's basically all you can eat. All you can eat, awesome, really good quality meat. So that's something that is definitely a plus on the food side down here. Another thing, I've We've been having a lot of beans and rice. That's kind of like another staple down here. Beans, rice, and meat. At our house, we've been making a lot of pasta, which is kind of what I've been surviving off of when I've been down here. We have 2 dishes that we make. We have pasta, chicken curry, and that's about it. But other than that, there's a university restaurant here which serves food for $1.50. They serve lunch and dinner to the students, and $1.50 is about 75 American cents. So that's pretty awesome. We can eat there for almost nothing, and it's not great, but it's not terrible. It's $1.50 is a saying here. But basically it's just like, it's rice and beans, it's all you can eat, and then they'll usually have some type of meat they'll throw in. This is the Who here. This big white building here. So it gets pretty crowded during the day. Lines go on, but they're pretty good at managing all these people. There's probably about, I think I said like 10,000 students eat here every day. So it's pretty big, but they do a good job. So earlier this, well, last month actually, in March, or well, 2 months ago, about middle of March, we went to Foz de Iguazu, and that is one of the 7 wonders of the world, and I can see why. That place is huge. The falls, just, we were walking along the Brazilian side of it. You'll just keep walking and walking and walking. It'll take you maybe 2 hours to walk the whole thing, and falls will just keep coming out from around the bend, and they're just more and more and more. It's so massive. I've been to Niagara Falls, and I would say that this has to top it, definitely, for sure, just because of the sheer size of it. Niagara Falls is like 1 falls. This is like 30 falls. But so that was unbelievable, obviously. It's right in between Brazil, Argentina, and Paraguay. We were going to go into Argentina and try and hop over to Paraguay, but it was really expensive, and our weekend didn't really, you know, for 1 day on the falls, or 1 day on the Argentinian side, wouldn't have really been worth it. But what we did do, our weekend that we went actually turned out really great. We saw the falls 1 day. We went in a boat right up to the falls, got us soaked. We were literally in the falls. The next day we saw Itaipu Dam, which is the biggest hydroelectric dam in the world. You know, that place is absolutely huge. There's, to put it in perspective, I think they said there's enough steel in that thing to produce 380 Eiffel Towers. So it's obviously huge. It's between Paraguay and Brazil. There's where all that racket's coming from. Make sure they don't jump me here. But yeah, that was unbelievable as well. Not as cool as the falls, obviously, but still really good to see while we were there. And then the next day we went into that night rather, we went into town. Saw a Metallica cover band at this one bar, and then the following day, Sunday, we just kind of hit up this bird park that was right by our hostel. We got to talk with a lot of international people there. We talked with this Australian guy who was kind of touring all of South America. He's been here for about 5.5 months. Started in Cuba, worked his way all the way down, and so he'll be here for 6 months, just traveling around, you know, doing his thing. He's by himself. We met this other Finnish couple that was also touring around. They got married in the Fiji Islands, and they're touring around pretty much the whole southern hemisphere for about 6 months as well. And it really puts into perspective just different lifestyles and how awesome that would be to do that. I mean, we're here for 4 months, and I'm not complaining, but traveling the whole South America would be sweet, and the whole like southern hemisphere for that matter. It's something I'm really trying to be able to do in the future, hopefully. But we'll see. This is the Center building. You see the whole name of the building, or the whole name of the school rather, Universidade Federal de Santa Catarina. That's it's kind of like the student center. It's the main kind of. There's like some cafes and stuff in there. This is kind of like the main square. They had some parties here, the UFSC parties I was telling you about. They had one or two of them here. Let's see what else. Surfing classes just ended yesterday, or not yesterday, last Friday. I think everyone has come along really well. Like they've all come really far. I know I've gotten a lot better since I've been here. I think everyone likes it. You know, everyone's really gotten the chance to stand up at least and ride waves on their own. And there's some of the best beaches for surfing here. So I'm really glad that we got to do that. And you know, I'm personally gonna try and get as much in as I can before I leave because I love it. And there's not really another chance for me to be able to surf waves like this or in a place like this for, you know. But so yeah, I'm definitely gonna try and hop on that before I leave. Our time's kind of winding down here. We've got about, today's the 2nd, we leave on the 16th, so that's exactly 2 weeks left before we're off this island. So it's been a blast. You know, I hope to really make the most of it while I'm down here, or what little time I have left. The weather's actually been really nice these past couple weeks. Today's a pretty nice day. It was in the beginning it was just scorching hot because it was summer down here when we got here in January, and the sun would just burn you. And then around March it went into like this rainy phase where it rained just torrential monsoons every day for like a couple weeks. And now that the rainy season's passed and it's kind of into fall, it's just like really nice warm days. You know, they're not scorching hot, but they're not rainy either. So it's like maybe it's like in the 80s every day, and it's just really nice beach weather. And like I said, my schedule kind of allows us to go around, and days, even on like school days, we can go and check out beaches that we've never been to before and hit up trails like the last couple weeks. So I've been doing a lot. There's still a few places that I need to see on the island, and I'm really trying to do that before I leave. And you know, like I said, just make the most of it while I can. I only have about 2 weeks left here, and really trying to do all I can with that. Other than that, we've just been kind of chilling, enjoying the rest of the island. You know, like I said, seeing a few beaches here and there. Sublime came by. Sublime came. We saw them. We saw Ziggy Marley. He came to Floripa as well. But yeah, I'm headed to Curitiba today and Blumenau, which are two cities a couple hours north of here. I'm going there, and I know a lot of people are in Rio this weekend. This is a big weekend for traveling for our group. So next time I'll fill you in on Curitiba and Blumenau, and that's about it. Other than that, we have about 2 weeks here, and that includes like our exams and all that. We head out on the 16th, and we're gonna be traveling. Jake and I and this other girl Molly from our group, we're gonna be traveling to Montevideo, Buenos Aires, Rio de Janeiro, Brasilia, the capital, and we're doing a jungle tour in Manaus in the Amazon. So that will be sweet, and I can't wait to tell you guys how that went. So for the last time on the island, this is Buck Schulte signing out.